John, first of all, I want to ask you this. The match that you guys played, will John Isner be remembered more for that, do you think, as people look at his career and digest it and dissect it, as opposed to your body of work now?
Well, right now, that's what I'm most remembered about, and obviously because it's still fresh in people's memories. Prior to that, I mean, I beat Andy Roddick at the U.S. Open last year. That's my biggest win of my career so far. But I'm still convinced that my best tennis is 2-3 years ahead of me. So I don't want that match I played, a few weeks ago to be the lasting image of my career. I want it to be, I want to be remembered from, tournament wins and eventually a Grand Slam champion. That's the ultimate goal. So that's what I got to, keep working towards.
You're holding a camp right now. Mm-hmm. Young people want to be like John Isner. They want to be like him. What do you tell kids?
Yeah, well, I mean, first of all, there's a lot of Georgia fans out there, and there's a lot of Georgia tennis fans, which what makes this program so great. We have such great support, and what I'm going to be able to do here is help teach these kids what it takes to be a pro, because obviously, I mean, I know that by now. So they're going to learn from me, like what I do on the court, what I do off the court, and so hopefully in time, I mean, there's just from watching these kids play right now, that they look pretty talented, and so we're just going to look to try to turn out a bunch of good players.
Has it sunk in yet what you accomplished? I know everything came at you so fast. The marathon match, called Marathon Men, then David Letterman, so many things. But has it all sunk in yet?
I think it has now. It took a while. I mean, during the match and right after the match, I didn't have any time to think about it or read anything about it or digest it, because I actually had to play another match. Unfortunately, I didn't win. I was pretty gassed, but once I've had time just alone to try to reflect on that match, it finally has sunk in. But really, I've put it behind me. I know that the summer circuit on the ATP Tour, the hard courts in the States, is when I play my best tennis. So that's what I'm looking forward to, and really I've put Wimbledon completely behind me.
Okay, and we look ahead to that. Clearly, a tournament here in Atlanta, inaugural campaign, because like you said, it left Indianapolis. Mm-hmm. Then ultimately the U.S. Open, mm-hmm. where you have flourished, mm-hmm. and you have put yourself on the map. Like you said, hard court is really your forte and where you are and where you excel. Your thoughts about that?
Yeah, I have 5 tournaments this summer, starting with Atlanta, then D.C., Toronto, Cincinnati. Those are DC, Toronto, Cincinnati are back to back to back. Those are 3 really, really big events. And then there's a week off in the U.S. Open, which is obviously the biggest event. It's my favorite surface. I did really well last summer, and that was actually coming off of a really long break prior to last summer. And I know right now I'm a lot better player than I was a year ago too. So I'm only expecting to do much better things this summer. And the ultimate goal is to just to do really, really well at the Open and just try to be peaking at that time.
Got to ask you this question about the Letterman top 10.
Yeah.
Was it easy to do or was it tough?
It was actually easier. It was pretty easy. I was nervous. I actually didn't have much time to rehearse, but they had some cue cards right underneath the camera, and they made it pretty idiot-proof. So even a guy like me couldn't screw it up.
Well, I know one because I ran one teleprompter from Randy Johnson when Randy Johnson did it. One quick question I want to ask you before you go. Your reaction to Damon Evans and what he meant to you. Yeah,
I mean, Damon was he was actually a really good friend of mine. I've obviously known him from my time here, and the times I got back to, I've been back here in Athens since my time here. I've got to see him and talk to him a little bit more, and it's unfortunate what happened. That's not what happened is not a reflection on the type of guy that he is. He made a mistake, and it was a unfortunate thing, but really I want people to know he's a great guy. But University of Georgia has got to try to put this behind them and just try to rebound from this.
I got to congratulate you. Great job wearing the Georgia gear during Wimbledon.
Yeah.
A fashion statement. I'm going to tell you, they should have paid you some endorsement fee for that. But continue to carry the banner of UGA, the brand. Good luck to you. We're very proud of you, and much success, John, for not only this camp, upcoming tournaments, but for years to come.
Thanks for having me on. Appreciate it.
Thank you.